Sleep is the foundation of both health and happiness. 3 years ago, I remember that I used to sleep around 3 a.m. every day. I watched series, animes, I played video games, and then I had to wake up at 7 to go to school, so I was like a zombie at school because I was so tired. Even one time, because of a friend's challenge, I had to watch 200 episodes of One Piece in 2 weeks. And so I would wake up at like 5 a.m. to watch One Piece. I was, half asleep watching this. Like, how crazy is this, bro? So yeah, in this period of time, I had pretty bad sleep, and that made me feel tired all day. But in the last 2 years, I started improving my sleep, and I started getting pretty good sleep, like having, 8 or 9 hours of sleep every day, which is actually pretty good. It made me feel much better. And so in this video, I'll tell you about the most important things when it comes to getting good quality sleep. We'll talk about your sleep schedule, putting your phone far away, using sunlight, reading, what time to eat at, and being active throughout the day. And I promise you that if you do implement the advice that I'll give you, you will better your sleep and feel much better in your life. And if you don't know me, my name's Adam, and I make self-improvement videos where I share my learnings for those it can help. So if you're interested in that, scroll down right now and click on the subscribe button. First, you gotta decide on a consistent sleep schedule, because your body loves that. Your body regulates your hormones and your energy levels and everything based on a consistent timing. It can't change this every day. So having always the same time where you sleep and the same time when you wake up allows your body to regulate it well. And so you'll have much more energy and it'll be easier for you to get asleep. Your body doesn't have a weekend. It doesn't have a time where it's allowed to wake up at 12 p.m, bro. It always prefers to wake up at the same time and sleep at the same time. So your goal should be to stick to always the same timing for the rest of your life if you can. But before you decide on the time, understand that if you really want to better your sleep, and you should because you know how important it is, then you should allocate more time in bed. Give it more time if you want to better your sleep. It's obvious, right? If you really want to better your sleep, then why not spend 10 hours in bed every day? If you do that, then you will sleep well, Especially because as a teenager, you need from 8 to 10 hours of sleep every day. And the thing is, 8 hours in bed isn't 8 hours of sleep. So to get around 8 hours of sleep, you need actually like 10 hours in bed, So this is where it's pretty hard to actually really get good sleep. I think your goal should be to have around 9 to 10 hours in bed every day. So now decide on a time when you're gonna get to sleep every day and a time when you're gonna wake up. It could be, for example, from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. That could be your sleep window, your sleep schedule, which your goal will be to always follow. But of course, there will be exceptions. There will be times when you go out and you party or something and you come back at 1 a.m. That is fine. But the question is, what time do you wake up on this day? You have two choices. Either you stick to your routine and wake up at 7 a.m. or you wake up at like 10 a.m. because you're tired and everything. The right decision is to stick to your sleep schedule, because let's say you do wake up at 10 a.m. for example, then the next day at 9 p.m. you won't be tired because you'd have woken up later. And so you'll always have to, at some point, sleep less to get back to your sleep schedule. This is why the best move when you do go out is to accept that you will be a bit sleep deprived, you won't sleep as much, and you still stick to your sleep schedule. Okay, so you have decided for your sleep schedule, you understood that you're gonna give it more time, and you understood that if you are out of your schedule, still wake up at the same time as much as you can. This is your goal. It doesn't mean that you will follow it every single day, but ideally you will. By the way, bro, if you want my one-to-one help on sleep, quitting your addictions like social media or video games, going to the gym and building an aesthetic body, getting better grades and becoming first of your class, and overall personal development, then check the description and DM me on Insta the word coach, and I will help you for free. I guarantee that you'll see the difference within the first day of having me coaching you. Let's talk about the danger of your phone. You don't realize it, but the worst thing for your sleep is undoubtedly your phone. This thing is full of temptations, and so having it in your room, whenever you're gonna struggle to sleep, you're gonna go back to your phone, you're gonna take it, and it's gonna, worsen your sleep. Right? The first reason why having your phone in your room is bad is simply because having your phone in your bed is bad, both when you're gonna sleep and also when you wake up. When you're gonna sleep, the blue light makes you less tired. You feel less tired even though you need to sleep, and so you're gonna have a shorter time. You're gonna stay more on your phone, and then in the morning you'll feel much more tired. This is where your phone is bad. But at the same time, when you wake up, checking your phone is really bad because of the heavy stimulation it is, and you don't want that when you wake up. Even to this day, it happens to me. Sometimes I have my phone in my room and I'm trying to sleep and I struggle a bit. Then I get the thought that I want to take my phone, but I've trained that, so I resist, and then at some point where I really struggle to sleep, boom, I'm taking it, because the temptation never goes away. This is where I think the biggest advice I have for you is that you gotta put your phone as far away as possible when you will sleep. So for example, if you're living with your parents, just take your phone and give it to your mom. She will understand and she will keep it for you. Or, like I did, just put it as far away as possible. Make it a ritual to, before you get to sleep, take your phone, go as far as you can from your room and put it there to charge or something. And that way, this creates a lot of friction for the temptation of your phone. So now if you're in bed, in your comfy bed, you have a little book like I'll tell you to or something else, when you're tempted to take your phone, there's a lot of friction because you have to stand up, get dressed, get out, take your phone, ask your mom even. It's much harder. And it helped me like crazy. I think this is the biggest change I've made. When I started putting my phone far, it was so much easier to sleep well. And it really changed it all for me, because even when you wake up, your phone is far. So you have some time without the screen when waking up, which is very, very much healthier. Now, the common excuse I get, like probably tens of people have told me that, is, but I need an alarm, that you need an alarm you need your phone to wake you up in the morning. And for those who say that, bro, I get annoyed, because it's like, first off, your phone's alarm is very bad because it's super loud and you shouldn't wake up with this. It hurts when I hear this alarm, really. You should have a slower alarm that wakes you up slowly but surely. That's how your body should normally wake up. And then you're just, buy something to wake you up, buy an alarm, or just have so much time allocated to your sleep that you will wake up naturally without even a phone. It's actually possible, just find a way, bro, but put your phone far away. You don't need it for an alarm, man. This is the shittiest excuse I've ever seen, even though everyone tells me this. So don't have this as your excuse. Let's move on to sunlight. So sunlight is actually very helpful for your sleep. First off, because science says it's good. It helps to regulate, the melatonin, which is a sleep hormone, and the cortisol, which is the stress, but also the energy hormone, kind of. What sunlight does, it helps your body to fix the sleep schedule we talked about earlier, That is, with sunlight, your body knows when to be tired and when to be energetic, And so the biggest thing you can do is to, when you wake up, get outside and get some sunlight in your eyes. It'll help a lot, really. And it's also very good for mental health. Ideally, also throughout your day, get some sunlight. Like, don't stay indoors all day. It's not ideal to do this. The fourth step is reading. Now, reading doesn't have a clear impact on your sleep quality. It's just that if you've taken the advice I've said earlier, you now don't have your phone when you're trying to sleep. And the thing is, you won't just stand there in your bed and try to sleep if you can't sleep, because it happens. Sometimes you can't sleep. And this is where reading comes in. I've found that reading is probably the single best habit to do before sleeping, because first off, it's healthy. It's a good thing to read. You can learn a lot. You can have fun reading. Just get used to that and you'll see how fun it can really be to read before sleeping. And it's good because it indicates when you're tired, because when you really want to sleep, you can't even read, you can't focus on what you read, and so you know that you really gotta sleep. So yeah, I found that it really is the best way to end your day. For a long time, even now it still is the case, the best part of my day is when, I've done all my work, I wind down, and I have an hour of reading before sleeping. It's really, it's a good thing, it's comfy and everything, and this is where you can just get used to reading instead of having your phone. Because let's say you do put your phone far away, if you don't have something to replace your phone, you will get back to take it, because you have nothing else to do if you're not tired. And it will happen. This is where reading comes in. So start reading. Not necessarily self-improvement books, even though these are good, just read fiction, mangas, whatever, it doesn't matter. Read something. The timing of your dinner is actually important for your sleep because when you're digesting, you can't be sleeping at the same time. Digestion takes a lot of energy and sleep cannot be done at the same time. I've often had that where I ate too late and so I'm just in my bed and I feel like my stomach is kind of digesting the food and I can't sleep. So it's kind of annoying. Just put your dinner at least 2 hours before your bedtime because you now have your sleep schedule. So if you still have the 9 p.m. time to sleep, eat around 7 p.m., 6:30 or something. All this advice is very cool, but if you don't do anything in your day, you won't be able to sleep well. Because let's say you spend your whole day lying in bed watching Netflix. When it comes to your sleep schedule, time to sleep, you won't be tired, so you won't really, want to sleep. Of course, you gotta do shit to actually be tired. I swear, when you lift weights and you train hard and your muscles are sore and you get to your bed, it's like you're sleeping on a cloud. You feel so good because it's well deserved, You gotta do things throughout your day so that you deserve your sleep. See it as a reward for you. Don't see sleep as it is. See it as a compliment, as a follow-up of your work. When you work hard in the day, when you train hard, when you go out with friends, when you do things, when you're active, this is where you will sleep well. So my advice for you is to start lifting weights. As I'll say in every video, it's a very good habit. And I have a video up here if you need that to start going to the gym. Okay, so these were the 6 steps to bettering your sleep. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, scroll down and click on the subscribe button. Alright then, I'll see you back here in the next one.